What's going on, guys? I wanted to check this out because I kept hearing a lot of crazy things, right? People are trying to cancel or come at the PBD podcast, like a lot of their own fans, because a situation that took place. Not even a situation, something that just happened, right? I like I like this damn podcast. It's hard to keep saying those damn 3 letters all the time. PBD. I like this podcast a lot, actually. I started watching it a while back, but apparently something was said to one of the people on the show, and they feel as if the host of the show and the person who owns the channel and runs it is coming at his own, I guess, podcast host. Crazy. Let's check it out and see if it's actually something bad or are people just overdoing it, right? Because they was talking about this situation involving, I'm going to just say the healthcare CEO and the tragic incident that happened to him. And they was covering that. They had some interesting takes. But at one point, one of the people starts to talk. I want to make sure I'm respectful to all of the podcast hosts. But one of the people starts to talk, one of the podcast members, and he gets shut down pretty quickly.
And collapses due in a baseball game due to an enlarged heart. So when he goes to basically see if the insurance company and the coverage will cover the heart transplant,
John Q.
They do not. And he doesn't have the money and he's denied. And he basically, it sort of highlights, and this is sort of the point here with this guy, the drastic measures.
I go in front. Every time I've heard about this situation, I started thinking about the movie John Q.
That family members, parents in particular, will take to care for their kids or their loved ones. So what Denzel Washington does is, if you recall, holds the emergency room hostage and says, I need to get my kid a heart transplant. I mean, think about what you have to be going through. Your kid is almost dead and you hold the hospital hostage in order to save your son's life. It was such an emotional situation. He was willing to kill himself and sacrifice himself to give.
Yeah, I think at the spoiler alert, if you ever want to watch John Q, right? I think that's the name of the movie. That's what happens at the end. Denzel Washington, eventually, when he can't get the heart, he's about to sacrifice his own life for his son. And then some things happen.
Give his son the heart. But in the end, what happened was the judge, after he was, caught, everything, had leniency on him. He didn't charge him for attempted murder.
What's the point with this?
So the point is this. The healthcare system is the reason that this is happening. The healthcare system is the reason.
Dude, you can't put that like that, bro. You can't say something like that.
No, I can, and I'll tell you why.
For your statement to say
he says
the healthcare system is the reason why this is happening.
I'm not saying.
It could be one of the reasons. You can't say the reason.
Damn. All right, so that's why I wanted to start it right here. Because before the incident takes place, people are saying that Patrick over here on the right side, he's cutting people off constantly and trying to demean his host. And then at one point, he's going to accuse someone else of doing it and kind of talk to him like he's a child. That's what people are saying. Let's keep taking a look.
Listen,
I'm sure it's multiple reasons, but you don't write on the bullet or the gun, deny, defend, depose. Last week, we talked about how United Healthcare had the highest amount of declinations of
37%
of coverage, and it wasn't even close. So why did he target this specific individual? I'm not saying that this was the only reason.
Let me tell you.
But there's definitely some room for conversation here about what's going on in our healthcare system.
I'm not one. But
remember, he's allegedly the killer. Tom,
I'm speaking. If we're interrupting a lot today. Let's just let us. You did it to Vinny. You did it to Adam. Now you're doing it to me. Let us make the point. We'll come to you. There's.
Wind that back. All right, so that's what people have the huge issue with. The fact that he is cutting off the other host constantly during his segment when he's trying to explain the connection between the movie John Q and what's going on now and how healthcare is messed up and things like that. He's cutting him off, right? And people are saying it's because his loyalty for, capitalism. But then when the other person on the cast wants to say something, he gets real stern and a lot of people are saying mean because the other person cut him off. And you can see how that would be a contradiction.
Some room for conversation.
Yeah, hypocrisy.
That this was the only reason.
Let me tell you.
But there's definitely some room for conversation here about what's going on in our healthcare system.
I'm not one.
But remember, he's allegedly the killer.
Tom, I'm speaking. We're interrupting a lot today. Like, let's just let us. You did it to Vinny. You did it to Adam. Now you're doing it to me. Let us make the point. We'll come to you. There's plenty of time. So the part I want to say to you with this one here is this.
Damn. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I would have probably felt uncomfortable if I was Tom. I felt a little uncomfortable. Like, nigga, for real? What? That's how you feel? Yeah. I think I'm not gonna say he talked down to him, but it was kind of hypocrisy. You're cutting people off throughout the podcast. Everyone's cutting each other off, right? It's a podcast with a bunch of different hosts, right? I could understand because I've ran panels not wanting everyone to speak over each other. But if you're constantly cutting people off or other people are cutting people off, for you to go that hard is a little, it's noticeable. I mean, I remember seeing people going crazy in the comment section. I'm like, damn, why? There are fans that's speaking too. Look. When PBD put Tom down, it was like watching someone insult gravity. Pointless and beneath him. Tom, you'll never see this, but you're a legend, an inspiration, and definition of cool. We love you, right? And most of the comment section is going off about this, about that one moment, or those continuous moments throughout the podcast. Energy in today's show took a hit when Patrick failed to show Tom the respect he deserves as a professional. PBD belittles Tom in public like this. One could imagine what goes on behind closed doors. You see, majority of these comments is people defending Tom and like going hard at PBD. You need to chill and apologize to Tom. Don't sun him like that. That was kind of sunning him. And I can understand if someone's doing that, right? Like, because I've hosted panels and there might be one guest that's over talking people. I've had another guest when one guest says, hey, can I say something? Them go, nah, shut up. To where I had to correct them like, yo, but now I didn't go too hard in public, but behind the scenes, I had to, yo, you're bugging. Don't do that no more, right? But right in the moment, I had to go, no, of course you could say something. It's all good, right? But I can see why people are upset or took it as disrespect. It doesn't seem like Tom in the moment took it too poorly. He kind of like jumped back into it, but it was a little something there. Do I think it's as big as what people are making it seem? Nah, I don't think it's that crazy. But then again, I haven't seen the rest of the moments that people keep saying this happens all the time. So it is what it is. Tell me what you think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video as well, man. Also sign up for my Patreon and check out my live stream channel. Links in the description. Check out my memberships. You say, hey man, we talking. Okay, you better never interrupt me. Now, what was I saying? I was interrupting somebody. Oh yeah, I was interrupting you. It wasn't a big deal, but I can see why people took that as disrespectful. Yeah, it would have rubbed me the wrong way for sure. You said death not as big, but it would have rubbed me the wrong way, 100%. Some people in the comment section were saying like, yo, I would have just walked out. If they were doing that multiple times, right? If I felt like that was a thing where they kept punking me and wouldn't allow me to talk. Like if I even show another segment when this dude was talking, they kept cutting him off. So to be like, oh, you can't cut people off. You did it multiple times. It doesn't this. But then when he was talking, people were quick to step in there multiple times. I was kind of confused. You see? Yeah. But it was crazy. I don't think it was as big as what people were making it, but I can see why people took it disrespectful for sure. For sure.